Hello, this is Laura. Today I want to talk about something that almost everyone experiences, but very few people truly understand. Rejection, being told no, not being chosen, not being accepted, not getting the opportunity, whether it is a job, a relationship, an exam, a promotion, or even social approval. Rejection hurts, and it hurts deeply. Let me start with something honest. Rejection is painful because it feels personal. Even when it is not personal, it feels like it is. When someone says no, our mind quickly translates it into, I am not good enough, and that thought can damage confidence if we are not careful. But here is the truth. Rejection is not a definition of your worth. It is feedback. It is redirecting. Sometimes it is protection. Let's break this down. The first step in handling rejection is allowing yourself to feel it. Many people try to act strong. They pretend they do not care. They suppress disappointment. But emotional suppression does not create strength. It creates internal pressure. It is okay to feel hurt. It is okay to feel disappointed. What matters is what you do after that feeling. The second step is separating the event from your identity. You were rejected from the job. That does not mean you're incompetent. You were rejected in a relationship. That does not mean you are unlovable. You failed an exam. That does not mean you are incapable. One outcome does not define your entire identity. Rejection often triggers self-doubt, and self-doubt can be louder than reality. Your mind might replay the situation repeatedly. You might analyze every word, every action, every possibility. But overthinking does not change the outcome. It only increases anxiety. Instead of asking, why am I not good enough? Ask, what can I learn from this? Growth begins when rejection becomes education. There is a powerful shift that happens when you change perspective. Instead of seeing rejection as a wall, see it as redirection. Sometimes what feels like loss is actually protection from something that was not aligned with you. Many people later realize that the opportunity they desperately wanted would not have made them happy. Rejection also builds resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulty. Every time you survive rejection and continue moving forward, you build emotional strength. And emotional strength is more valuable than temporary approval. Let's talk about fear. After being rejected, many people stop trying. They avoid future risks. They lower their goals. They shrink their dreams. Why? Because they want to avoid feeling that pain again. But avoiding risk also avoids growth. The only way to completely avoid rejection is to stop trying, and that is a much greater loss. Successful people are not people who never face rejection. They are people who face it repeatedly and continue anyway. Authors received dozens of rejections before publishing. Entrepreneurs experience failed ideas before success. Professionals face interviews that do not lead to offers. Rejection is part of progress. Another important step in handling rejection is constructive reflection. Ask yourself honest questions. Is there a skill I can improve? Is there feedback I can apply? Sometimes rejection highlights areas for development, and development is powerful. Improvement transforms future opportunities. But here is something equally important. Not every rejection means you need to change yourself. Sometimes you are simply not the right fit, and that is okay. Fit matters. Compatibility matters. Timing matters. Rejection is not always about ability. Sometimes it is about alignment. Let's discuss confidence. True confidence is not built on constant approval. It is built on self-trust. When you trust yourself to handle disappointment, rejection becomes less threatening. You know that even if something does not work out, you will adapt. You will recover. You will try again. There is also something powerful about emotional maturity. Emotional maturity means you do not allow one rejection to control your self-image. It means you do not turn one no into a permanent narrative. It means you remain steady. I want to speak directly to you if you have recently experienced rejection. Maybe you did not get the job you wanted. Maybe someone you cared about chose someone else. Maybe your effort was not recognized. I want you to remember this. Your value does not decrease because someone failed to see it. Sometimes the right opportunities require persistence. Sometimes success is simply refusing to quit after rejection. No, brings you closer to a yes. Every closed door teaches you how to knock better or how to build your own door. There is another important concept here: detachment. Detachment means giving your best effort but not attaching your entire identity to the outcome. You prepare, you work hard, you show up, but you understand that results are influenced by many factors beyond your control. Handling rejection also requires self-compassion. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a close friend. If your friend was rejected, you would not call them a failure. You would encourage them. Offer yourself that same kindness. Let me give you a practical mindset shift. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" That question transforms pain into growth. It moves you from victim mentality to empowerment. Rejection is uncomfortable, but comfort does not build strength. Challenges do. And sometimes the most powerful growth happens in moments when we feel least chosen. Now I want you to reflect. What rejection are you still holding on to? What story have you told yourself about it? Is that story empowering or limiting? You have the power to rewrite that narrative. If this episode resonated with you, write in the comments, "Rejection makes me stronger," and share one lesson you learned from a past rejection. Your story might inspire someone else. If you found value in this conversation, like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, you are choosing growth. You are choosing resilience. You are choosing courage over fear. This is Laura. Remember, rejection is not the end of your story. It is a chapter. And sometimes the most powerful chapters begin with the word no.